Welcome to David Story Field. We're starting a little bit late as we're already 2 pitches in. Dylan Anderson is going to lead off, but we are here for the final series at David Story Field as the Black Bears are taking on the Yakima Valley Pippins. We'll talk about that as we move on in this inning, but now an 0-2 from Cam Fawcett, the starter. We're going quick here to start off since starting a little bit late, but either way, after Dylan Anderson's at-bat, we'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Pippins in game 1 of this series, as that's outside for ball 2. Just letting it be known, though, that Cameron Fawcett is the starter today for the Black Bears, as he is in his 3rd start of the season, overall 10th game. Now the 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. We're off to a hot start here as Fawcett gets the first guy swinging and missing for out number 1. Now it's time to take a look at the lineup presented by Cowlitz River Dental. Dylan Anderson leads it off in center field with Zach Samayoa in left field. Batting second, Jack Varney. At first base, batting third, Ethan Buckley. The catcher batting fourth, Greg Luna. DH batting fifth with Sam Moore in right, batting sixth. Ethan Hogan, the third baseman, batting seventh. Dustin Doherty at second, batting eighth. And Brody Gohagen at shortstop, batting ninth. So first pitch is outside for ball 1. This is a Pippins squad that has gotten their first sweep of the season in their last series. First sweep of the season came against the Springfield Drifters. That one's low and away for ball 2. Cam Fawcett has had a bit of an up and down season. His past 2 outings have been interesting, to say the least. He's hit a lot of guys. He hasn't really been able to throw strikes at a consistent rate, but he did still strike out 6 in his last outing against the Bend Elks. 2-1 is low, and it's 3-0 to Samayoa. Fawcett at 5.94 ERA and 16 2/3 so far this season. Started out in the bullpen, became a starter. Could possibly be his last time pitching this season. 3-0 is right down the middle for strike 1. Oh, we've not seen the Pippins since June the 6th through the 8th. So about a month and a half ago, maybe longer. 6-7 weeks. And these two teams are entirely different compared to that. Number 2, Fawcett. He'll toss it to first, and it is in time for out number 2. Two outs now as Fawcett gets the first 2. Swinging strikeout to Dylan Anderson and a 1-3 putout to Zach Samayoa, and that will bring up Jack Varney. Jack Varney hitting at a 302 in his 21st game of the season. First pitch gets away from Serrano. It's called strike 1. Let's take a look at the defense, though, for the Black Bears. J.R. Stars in left field. Liam Barrett's in center. Gavin Poffenroth is in right. Luke Kovac at third. Braden Orm at second with Castleberry, one of the new guys from the Nighthawks, at second. And Jared Sable at first with Martin Serrano doing the catching. Foul back, and it's 1-1. Now the 1-1 from Fawcett is a grounder past both dives. It bobbles off of Castleberry and into shallow right field. So Jack Varney gets a base hit, his first hit in the series, as he's now on first with 2 outs. We'll bring up Ethan Buckley, the cleanup hitter. Ethan Buckley is in some rare company. He is the only one of the 2 guys in this lineup, along with Dylan Anderson, to have played in that first series against the Black Bears. He went 3 for 4. Only played 1 game, but since the team has entirely changed around, he's now the starting catcher. First pitch outside on a curveball, and it's 1-0. Oh, Buckley from Cape Town, South Africa. So he has come a long way here to play some college baseball. Was at Gonzaga this season, his redshirt junior year. 1-0 outside, and it's 2-0. Well, Buckley was in the transfer portal all summer, but just today, about 6-7 hours ago, he committed to Central Washington. So he will be staying around Yakima. Central Washington is a bit north of Yakima. That's probably why he's trying to get some more at-bats with the team, as that's low for ball 3. Well, Buckley only played 5 games with Gonzaga this season. Went 0 for 3. Only got at bats in 2 of those games. Came on February 28th and March the 1st. 3-0 is outside for ball 4, and Ethan Buckley will take the walk, advancing Jack Varney to second, and there's 2 on with 2 outs for Greg Luna. Luna's the DH. Batting in the 5 hole, he's from Cal State San Bernardino. We talked about this during the Bend Elk series, the last one that was here. There is a lot of CSU San Bernardino guys in the West Coast League. We don't have any, we never had any, but every other team feels like has at least 2 or 3, including the Pippins. First pitch was high and inside for ball 1. Well, Pippins threatening a little bit, has 2 outs as Fawcett was able to get the first 2, but has since given up the base hit and the walk. And it's thrown 5 straight balls. The 1-0 is low for ball 2. Well, Luna's hitting at a .295 so far this season. This is his 16th game. Has a home run, has driven in 13. Pippins are a offense that has been struggling, just like the Black Bears, but they don't have a guy with over 1 home run. 2-0. Check swing. Chopper, high chopper to Fawcett. Throw on to first a bit high, but Sable makes the grab in time for out number 3. So Cam Fawcett allows a couple of base runners, but otherwise gets out of it. A couple grounders back to himself and a strikeout. He was involved in every out in the inning. As we head to the bottom of the first inning, no score here in Longview.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Bottom of the first inning in game 1 of this 3-game series. It's kind of crazy that the Black Bears, after Sunday, will not play here again. You know, I've only been here 1 season, but there's people that have been here all 15 years, and they're probably more surprised than I am that they're not going to be here anymore, because this is all they've known for the first decade and a half of their existence. Well, while we don't know what's going to happen in the future, we're going to celebrate the present and hopefully win a couple games in the process. Let's take a look at the Black Bears lineup presented by Cowlitz River Dental. Braden Orem at short, batting first. Liam Barrett in center field, bats second with Yavin Poffenroth. In right field, batting third. Holt Williams is the DH today, batting fourth. Serrano, his fellow catcher behind him, doing the catching, batting fifth. Luke Kovac at third, bats sixth. Jarrett Sable at first, batting seventh. J.R. Starr in left field, batting eighth. And in the 9-hole, Branson Castleberry. Getting a lot of guys from the Nighthawks. Their season is now over after they got swept by the Ridgefield Raptors earlier this week. So a few of their guys are over here now, and we're welcoming them to the squad. They've actually not been playing too bad for the Black Bears, at least in the Marion series. Hopefully that continues against the starter, Harrison Hofarth. Hofarth, a lefty. You know, we know how the Black Bears fare against lefties, but hopefully today's a little bit different. Hofarth does have a 12 ERA in 9 innings. This is his third start. 6th overall game. First pitch is a bit low for ball 1 to Orem. So Orem went 0 for 2 yesterday, walked 3 times though and stole 2 bases. Talked about this yesterday, but he's doing a lot of aggressive base running since moving up to that leadoff spot. And that includes stealing 3 bags in his last 2 games, upping his total to 5. Fastball is going to be a called strike 2. Home plate umpire is David Richardson today. Lance Kreck on the bases. Haven't seen David Richardson yet in this season. We have seen a lot of Lance Kreck, though. That one's in the turf, and it's 2-2. Orem now hitting at .216. His brother Camden, after pitching yesterday, is no longer, he's reached his innings limit. He'll be heading to Seattle U along with Hofarth. 2-2's a bit high, and it's 3-2. Orem recent commit to MSU Denver. He's been doing not too bad in the leadoff spot, but let's get on early here as he swings and misses for strike 3. Now Harrison Hofarth has his first strikeout of the day, and that is out number 1 in the bottom of the first inning. I'll bring up Liam Barrett. Well, Liam Barrett, his family is here today. Shout out to the Barrett family. Liam's been playing very well in that 2 spot. First pitch is a low called strike out at the knees, and it's 0-1. 3 lefties in the lineup for the Black Bears. 0-1, a bit inside. Almost nicked him, but he's able to get out of the way, and it's 1-1. Barrett, Serrano, and Sable are the 3 lefties. Indy Anderson, Nico Roselle, Rylan Taguchi all getting the day off today. Grounder is into right field for a base hit. So Liam Barrett now has a hit in 7 straight games after that leadoff single. 1 hit from each side in the first inning. Hopefully the Black Bears can take advantage. Oh, Gavin Poffenroth, believe it or not, is the only guy in the lineup for the Black Bears that played in that first series against the Pippins. He did really well against him, went 5 for 9, hit 3 doubles, drove in 2, walked twice. Did very good, only All-Star for the Black Bears. The Pippins also only have 1 All-Star. That was Ty Pangborn, but he is no longer on the team. He ended up leaving. He was from Akron. Well, Barrett on first, 3 for 5 on steals so far this season. Now the 0-1. Down the middle, and it's 0-2. Poffenroth yesterday went 1 for 5. That has a hit in 4 straight games. Going back to Skagit Valley for his sophomore year, and well, considering how he's done over the summer, he will probably play very well in the NWAC. Runner goes, 0-2 is fouled away. Hit and run situation. Liam Barrett will have to head back to first. 1 run each between these 2 squads. Fawcett got out of the first. Did get a walk as well. 2 grounders back to him. They're working on bunt defense earlier today, but it's technically a swinging bunt, so that's paying off for him. 0-2 is a fly ball to the right side. We'll stay in the infield. It'll be Varney who makes the grab. And that is out number 2. Oh, Varney over at first makes the catch. Samayoa is in left field. Dylan Anderson's in center with Sam Moore in right. Ethan Hogan at third with Brody Gohagen at short. Dylan Doherty at second, and Jack Varney at first with Ethan Buckley doing the catching today. That's the defense for the Pippins of Yakima Valley. First pitch swung on and missed for Holt Williams, and it's 0-1. Wind blowing left to right. What else is new? 17 games for Holt Williams, hitting at a .254. Chance to drive a run in with Barrett on first. Throw back over there is not in time. Williams Pretty good game yesterday, 2 for 5, but didn't do much offensively in the 2 for 5, if that makes sense. Runner goes, that's outside. Throw to second from Buckley is not in time. Liam Barrett first avoids sliding on the bag, but then avoids the tag and is able to reach his hand in safely, and he's got himself his 4th stolen base of the year. Moves into scoring position now. Holt Williams, a single could bring a run in the first for the Bears. Williams has only driven in 2 runs. Could be 3 here with a base hit. 1-1 is a fly ball into right center field. Anderson and Moore converging. It will be Moore to make the grab for out number 3. So the single from Liam Barrett, he steals second, but is not able to come around. We head to the top of the 2nd inning here at David Story Field. No score between the Bears and the Pippins.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Well, Cam Fawcett is rocking with a sinker, curveball, fastball, slider 4-pitch mix. Throws the sinker most of the time at around 50%. Has some good velo on it, 90 to 91. A little bit of lower spin rate, but has some good run on it and some good difference between the heater off speed. In terms of velocity, the 91 sinker compared with the 76 to 79 curveball. His fastball is a little bit slower at 88 to 89. But then the slider, 77 to 78. So can definitely play with hitters' timing, and he is trying to get a scoreless 2nd inning. As he did in the first, it'll be Sam Moore, Ethan Hogan, and Dustin Doherty, the top 3 hitters in the top of the 2nd inning. First pitch a bit outside for ball 1. Now Sam Moore is committed to Lassen. Was committed to Yakima Valley College, but is now playing for the Pippins. Hitting at a .303 now in his 10th game. Grounder over to short. Oram will scoop it up. Routine throw to first. And a good stretch from Sable for out number 1. First guy retired here for Fawcett in the top of the 2nd. That'll bring up Ethan Hogan. Well, Ethan Hogan is from Tacoma Community College, redshirt freshman this season. Redshirted last year, played 12 games only for them this season, though, hitting at a .238. First pitch, chopper over to second base as Castleberry will get some defensive work. He'll throw to first, and that is in time for out number 2. So first 2 retired very quickly for Cam Fawcett. That'll bring up Dustin Doherty. Well, the Pippins have a lot of high school seniors in their lineup. Doherty, again, one of those, was committed to Pacific University. First pitch is called strike 1. .273 this season, only in his 4th game, so he is one of the newer guys on the Pippins. Well, Fawcett trying to get a clean 1-2-3 inning here. 0-1. Check swing, and yes, he did, as called by Lance Kreck over at first. It's 0-2. 0-2 pitch from Fawcett is a breaking ball, just misses outside. And trying for another breaking ball. Could get him to swing and miss here. Fastball, grounder over to Orem at short. His throw on to first is in time, and it's a very nice 1-2-3 inning. Ground out to short, second, and back to short. Gets Fawcett a very nice top of the second inning. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. The Black Bears and Pippins. Still no score.
Hey there, everyone. It's me, the voice of summer. And I'm here to talk to you about the Seize the Debit Summer Sweepstakes by Fiber Federal Credit Union. It's good, clean fun in the sun where some lucky member could win wave off Maui. So roll out the blanket, put some surf tunes on, and use your Fiber debit card to catch your share of our $9,000 plus prize wave. Every time you use your Fiber debit card for a purchase of $5 or more, you'll be entered into our Seize the Debit Summer Sweepstakes. Like the sea, you know, with water and swimsuits. 3 Fiber family members each week will win $100, and 1 member will win the $5,000 grand prize October 1st. Whew, I'm getting dizzy just thinking about all the cha-chaing I can do with that moolah. Visit fibercu.com/sweepstakes for the official rules, and cowabunga if you must. Fiber Federal Credit Union. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union. Odds of winning depend on number of entries received. No purchase necessary to win. Federally insured by NCUA.
Let's take a look at Harrison Hofarth's pitch arsenal. Fastball, curveball, changeup, slider, 4-pitch mix, but throws the fastball a whopping 87% of the time. So we're going to see a lot of fastballs from Hofarth here against the Black Bears. Going to take advantage of that, and the fastball 84 to 86. Meanwhile, he's only thrown the curveball around 6.6% of the time. There's a fastball, and it's outside for ball 1. So if we see a breaking ball, it's going to be a little rarity. Hofarth committed to Seattle U. Will be playing there next season for his freshman year after playing at Columbia River High School his senior year this season. 1-1 now to Serrano, who leads it off. It'll be Serrano, Kovac, Jerry Sable. 2 of the 3 are lefties against the lefty in Hofarth. 6'3" from Vancouver. That's a grounder. There's a rare breaking ball as Serrano fouls it away. Well, Serrano mostly swings and misses at pitches lower in the zone. Make good contact off of the high pitches, the high cheese, most likely. 1-2. That's a grounder into right field for a base hit. Well, Martin Serrano's keeping up his hot streak from the Marion series. In that series, he went 5 for 11. Hit his first home run. Got his first 2 doubles of the season against his old squad in the Marion Berries. Now a man on first after the leadoff single, and that will bring up Luke Kovac. Kovac's having a pretty good start to his season with the Black Bears. Has a hit in 2 straight. Overall, 3 for 8 in his last 2 games. Bunt is showed. Pulled back, and it's high for ball 1. Check over to Kreck is a no-go as he pulled it back in time. Asked Kovac kind of what it was like to see a lot of his Nighthawks teammates come to the squad, and he was like, yeah, we're basically becoming the team now. Fly ball is going to get out of play. It's a foul, and it's 1-1. Kovac, Castleberry, J.R. Starr, Rylan Taguchi, Zach DiNublio, the former Nighthawks, as well as Holt Williams. Holt has been here long enough to where he wasn't a part of the Nighthawks, the gauntlet of people that came in. Because he's been here for a good 3-4 weeks now. And we can't count Poffenroth because he played 1 game with them and then has been here for 41 games. 1-1 bunt showed again and pulled back as it's 2-1. Kovac hit a double in his last game. That was his only hit, though. He went 1 for 5. Even with his 6 hits, two of them being doubles, he does not have an RBI yet. 2-1. That is into left field, and that will drop in for a base hit. Back-to-back singles for Martin Serrano and Luke Kovac as both of them continue their hot streaks. Now with nobody out, Jarrett Sable will look to bring somebody in. Get that first run on the board for the Black Bears. Jarrett Sable is here. He's hitting .222 on the season. Went 0 for 1 yesterday. He committed an error that brought a run in for the Berries and then ended up getting benched for Indy Anderson. He's getting the start again today at first and has a chance to bring in a run. First pitch. Fastball outside, and it's 1-0. Well, Sable has been known so far this season to mostly hit it up the middle against lefties. At least to the outfield. There's an opposite field fly ball into left field. Samayoa will make the grab. And that is out number 1. No advance from Serrano nor Kovac, and that will bring up J.R. Starr. J.R. Starr, another former Nighthawk from Linfield, has played under Dan Spencer this season. Hitting at a 300, 3 for 10. That's some easy math. Has drove in 2 on a single yesterday. Also walked twice, had himself a good day. Probably his best day of the season, at least with the Black Bears, as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Now the 1-0. Serrano on second. Luke Kovac on first. Hofarth kicks and kneels inside for ball 2. J.R. Starr, 6 foot tall, went to Hermiston High School from Hermiston, Oregon. Hit .393 in his junior season in 20 games. Was a 3-time all-conference selection. Now the 2-0. A high fly ball into foul ground. Hogan is giving it a look. It could be playable for him, and he will make the grab for out number 2. That went a mile into the air for Starr, and Hogan ends up making the grab before it flies over the netting. Well, welcome to the Black Bears, Branson Castleberry. The former Nighthawk has played against the Bears before while they were with Northwest Star and went 0 for 2. Only played 9 games with the Nighthawks, went 2 for 14. See how he does here. First pitch is called strike 1 from La Center, Washington. Bit of a smaller town just north of Ridgefield, so he really doesn't have to drive that far to get to David Story Field. His first at-bat, his first game as a Black Bear this season, as the breaking ball is low in the turf. Good block from Buckley, and it's 1-1. Well, Castleberry and Taguchi will most likely trade spots over at second base. Since Jeremiah Crane's departure, it's kind of been a hole in second base. Kovac took up the space at third, and he's kind of been there ever since. He's been doing well. They just don't really have anybody to play second base. Another nice catch from Buckley, as that one was high. Had him get out of his catcher stance, and it's 2-1. Well, the Black Bears go to Bend after this for their final series of the regular season. Meanwhile, the Pippins head back home and take on the Raptors. 2-1 is high, and it's 3-1. Walk would load the bases for the top of the lineup in Orem. Black Bears 3 hits, Still have not brought a run across, though. 3 singles, one from Barrett, one from Serrano, who's on second, one from Kovac, who's on first. That is swung on and missed, and it's 3-2. Castleberry from Mount Hood this season didn't appear in a game for them, but hit .229 in 18 games for La Center High School. Both runners will get a head start here, 3-2 with 2 outs. As Hofarth kicks and deals the payoff. It's fouled back. Both runners will have to head back to their respective bases and will do it again at a full count. Well, the Marion Berries Stadium was very interesting because just the mound and the area around home plate was turf. Everything else was straight grass and dirt. Fly ball into foul ground. Running after it is Varney and Moore, but it'll get out of play. They did a very good job for only, fixing up that stadium in 2-3 weeks, but it's just, the turf is weird. It's a very interesting fabric. Is it a fabric? Might be a fabric, I don't know. It's grass. It's very interesting grass. After 2 foul balls, they're tiring out the base runners as they're going to get another head start. Payoff pitch is a fly ball into left field. Samayoa is under it, and he will make the grab for out number 3. So the Black Bears had 2 back-to-back singles to lead off the inning, and neither of them ended up advancing a base as 3 flyouts from Sable Star and Castleberry keep things tied up at 0 heading to the top of the 3rd.
You know what it takes to be successful when you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do. Bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
During the season. You can join them and work out at the club 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in a secure atmosphere with tanning included. If you join and mention this ad, you're going to get a $25 gift card for the Longview Grocery Outlet. So call 360-636-4321 to sign up with Snap Fitness today.
Top of the 3rd inning here at David Story Field in Game 1 of this 3-game series. Well, if the Pippins sweep the Black Bears, they will be tied in record at 16 and 35. We'll have to see what happens, though, in this series. This is a battle of 2 teams that are no longer in playoff contention, but Black Bears can be spoilers in their next series as they play the Bend Elks, who are in the midst of fighting for that last playoff spot. The Portland Pickles, the Corvallis Knights, and the Marion Berries have the 3 spots in the playoffs in the West Coast League South Division so far. It's between Bend, Walla Walla, and Springfield. Springfield not in the best spot after getting swept by these Pippins. High chopper to 3rd. Kovac going to have to work quick. Good throw on to 1st in time for out number 1. Oh, Luke Kovac. This has been a pretty good pickup so far. Of course, he got the single, and he's been hitting well, but also been playing some very good defense over at 3rd base. That left side of the infield, man, they can play some defense. Him and Orem, very good left side. Even on the right side, Taguchi's been good. We haven't really seen too much of Castleberry yet. But so far, he hasn't made an error. Dylan Anderson fouls one off. Anderson is leading the squad in so many offensive categories just because he's been here all season. There's a fly ball into deep right field. Going back on it is Poffenroth, and that is a fair ball. It one hops over the wall, and it is a double for Dylan Anderson. So that one just landed in fair territory and hops up into the bullpen of the Black Bears. So a ground rule double, his 11th of the season. And the Pippins are threatening here in the top of the third inning. I'll bring up Zach Samayoa. Well, Samayoa grounded out to Fawcett in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Has a chance, though, to drive in a run here. Runner on second and 1 out. So far, the pitching has been pretty good between Fawcett and Hofarth. Fastball first pitch is high for ball 1. Now, Samayoa played his season at Long Beach State, redshirt junior this year. In 2025, played 10 games. Only managed to go 1 for 17. His one hit came against UC San Diego on March the 23rd. Drove in a run, though, with that one hit. Fouls one down the third base line and curls over into the dugout of the Pippins. And it's 1-1. Now, Samayoa entered the portal and is now going to CSU San Marcos for next season. Is that Golden West? His first 2 years in college baseball. 1-1. Bit outside, Serrano will not attempt to throw as Anderson will take third. So Fawcett the wild pitch as Serrano almost got a glove on it and almost was able to squeeze it, but it got past him. And Dylan Anderson took advantage, takes third, and now anything to the outfield might be able to score him. He's been the leadoff hitter. He's almost gotten 200 at-bats this season because he's been that leadoff man all season for 46 games now. 2-1, he fouls one off of the umpire, and David Richardson, we'll see if he's okay. Well, Ethan Buckley coming out there to make sure Richardson is okay. Could just be a little bit of a bruise as he seems to be walking a little bit better already. But definitely not the most fun thing to happen to you when you're an umpire is get a foul ball to the leg. Especially when you're not really wearing as much protection as the catcher. But that hit him pretty much square in maybe the shin area on that foul tip, and Samoa is now 2-2. Well, Richardson seems to be okay as he's just stretching it out a little bit. Him and Lance Kreck doing a bit of a meeting at the mound, just trying to make sure stuff is okay, and Richardson's good to get back in that umpire squat position. Now, squat position really does mess up the knees sometimes, and you know, getting hit near the knees just doesn't really make it any better. But Richardson still in the game, so he's ready to go, and we're ready to go for the 2-2 from Fawcett. High and outside, the slider. It's 3-2 now. Golden West last year for Samayoa went to 302, 55 hits in 45 games. Played with the Frederick Keys of the MLB Draft League. The Keys was just announced that they're joining the minor league baseball affiliate with the Orioles. 3-2 is popped up into foul ground. It will get out of play. So the Frederick Keys are going to be joining minor league baseball, and the Aberdeen Ironbirds are heading to the MLB Draft League. I want to know how that works. How did the Frederick Keys just decide, hey, I'm gonna replace the Aberdeen Ironbirds, and the Ironbirds are just like, okay, sure. Another payoff from Fawcett is low for ball 4. So after the first out from Gohagen, a double and a walk have runners at the corners now for Jack Varney and 1 out. Jack Varney hitting at a 302, hit a single already today in his first at-bat. Sun setting. Haven't beat the sun in a while. Well, the Pippins are 4-20 on the road. So they really are not the best road team of all time, but they're threatening to score the first run on the road here against the Black Bears. First pitch is outside to Varney for ball one. Anderson, looking at the stats, he leads the team in runs, hits, doubles, RBIs, walks, and also strikeouts. 1-0 is down the middle for strike one. So yeah, Anderson has been leading everything just because he's been here. And Buckley has been here as well, but he also didn't get too much playing time at the start of the year because it was being taken up by some of the guys, but now some of the guys are now not some of the guys anymore because they left. Throw back to first is high, but Sable stops it from getting past him. That would have most likely brought in Anderson if it did get past him. Then it would have been an error. Black Bears have 77 errors this season, which is good for 6th in the West Coast League. 1-1. Throw on to second as they're going to get Semio in a rundown. Throw to home, and they got him! That's a great throw from Castleberry back to Serrano, and he applies the tag. They gunned him down at home, and that's out number 2. And we'll see what they're chatting about. Maybe they didn't think he got the tag off in time. But that play was worked to perfection as Castleberry, who, mind you, his first day here, has already saved a run from coming in. So good job to him. Had him in a rundown. So Samayoya does get into second base, but I'm sure they would rather keep things at 0-0 with a man on second than get Samayoya back to first with the run coming in. So 2 outs now. That one strike away from getting out of this one. High curveball is called ball 2. Two now with 2 outs against Fawcett. His pitch swung on and missed in the dirt, though. So Serrano will toss it to first, drop third strike, and that is strikeout number 2 on the day for Fawcett. So a double and a walk, but Fawcett able to get out of it with the help of his defense, playing great. We head to the bottom of the third. No score here at David Story Field.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Food Service is a proud sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears. Are dedicated to supporting the local entrepreneurs that provide jobs in their communities, bring convenience to busy lives, and invite us all to experience life around the table every day. The Daily News is your local go-to newspaper. Get the latest local news and notices at TDN.com. We also help businesses with our full-service Amplify Digital Agency. Contact us today to amplify your business. Go Black Bears!
Apologies. That throw to home was from Braden Oram, not Castleberry. No, Castleberry has been playing good defensively, but a great play from Oram. That's a 2-6-2 putout on the play at home. So Braden Oram just, you know, keeps on keeping on with the good defense. And, you know, on a bang-bang play, you don't really realize who's throwing it where, and you're just looking at the play at home. Is all. Is all. Either way, speaking of Braden Oram, he's leading off here in the bottom of the third inning. Black Bears looking to break the scoreless tie as it is 0-0. Oram, Barrett, Poffenroth, definitely 3 of the best guys to get that done. But Hofarth has been pitching pretty well. Has given up 3 hits, though. First pitch is a high strike 1. No, Orem is the only strikeout from Hofarth. 0-1 is outside. Pickles are up on the Berries 5-1 already. Berries need to win that series. High for ball 2. They did sweep the Black Bears in their last series after a couple of comebacks later in the game in games 2 and 3. They took care of business in game 1, though. 2-1 is high for ball 3. On the other side, the Pippins had a very interesting sweep of the Springfield Drifters. They had 2 one-run victories, 5-4 in game 3. They won 7-1 in game 2. So 3-1 is fouled off himself, and it's 3-2. In the first game, 18-17. That is not necessarily normal. It is the most runs that have been scored in a game this season in the West Coast League. 35. As the Pippins were up 17-10. And the Pippins ended up coming back, tying things up at 17-17. So they almost blew a 17-10 lead. But they did get a walk-off walk in the bottom of the 9th to win 18-17. That had to have been a wild one. Payoff pitch after the foul ball is roped into left field for a base hit. Orem taking a wide turnaround first, but he will stay there as a leadoff single for the second straight inning starts us off in the bottom of the 3rd. Liam Barrett ready to go for his second at-bat. He's already got a base hit. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Hit a grounder through first and second into right field, and that was his 26th hit of the season. Has a man on first now, though, with nobody out. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's low for ball 1. Well, you always got to get a bunt drop down. You always got to do it. Going back to UC Santa Barbara, along with Hudson Aber and Jeremiah Crane, who no longer here, unfortunately. He was playing very well in his short stint with the Black Bears, but had summer school to get back to. Taking a couple classes in the summer, you know. Never hurt nobody. Trying to graduate early. I see it. I see the vision. So you can't hate on a man for leaving because of school. 1-0. Bunt showed again, and it's called strike 1 as he pulled it back. Barrett, on the other hand, majoring in communications, which seems to be a popular choice among athletes. And I kind of see why. As a communication studies major myself, that was so easy. 1-0 is in the turf, and Orem will take second base. So Orem now in scoring position with nobody out, as that's now a 2-1 count to Barrett. That was a wild pitch that advances Orem, so no stolen bag. Yeah, stolen 5, 3 in his last 2 games, but just continuing to stay aggressive on the paths. 2-1 is going to miss just barely for ball 3. Well, walk would put 2 on with nobody out for Poffenroth. Hofarth trying not to lose Barrett. Leads the team in walks with 25. 3-1. Fouls one back, and it's 3-2. Full count now, as that is the second straight full count in this inning. Orem took one into left field on a 3-2 pitch after a couple of foul balls. We'll see what Liam Barrett decides to do here. He is very good at watching for his pitch, so we'll see if anything misses close, if he tries to swing at it or not. Payoff. No swing, and that's ball 4. High fastball doesn't get him to budge. And that is walk number 26 on the season. He's extending his team lead and just keeps on finding ways to get on base. Meeting at the mound between Buckley as well as Hofarth and the third baseman Hogan. The left side of the infield for the Yakima Valley Pippins is Ethan Hogan and Brody Gohagen, which they kind of sound similar. They also, but I found something weird about the Pippins roster. They have two guys named Garen. They have Garen Gertler and Garen Guler. They have two guys named Garen, not spelled the same, but they're both named Garen. Their last names both start with G, and their last names both end with ER. It's just a very odd coincidence. Garen Gertler, Garen Guler, two different guys. One's a pitcher, one's a hitter. We might not even see either of them today, as Guler is not in the starting lineup. First pitch to Poff is called strike one, so David Richardson, a little bit of a higher strike zone than a couple of the other umpires we've seen in the past week or two. The Marion series had a lot of low strikes. This one a little bit higher up. You just kind of have to work around that. Poffenroth popped out to Varney at first. That is a drive into left field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Braden Oram takes a wide turnaround third as he will stay there. And 3 straight base runners as the base is loaded with nobody out. And Holt Williams trying to do what every cleanup man is supposed to. Driving a run with the bases loaded and nobody out. Well, Holt a chance to maybe double his RBIs. He has got 2 of them this season. Hit maybe into the gap, double that to 4, maybe even 5. If Poffenroth decides he wants to turn into Usain Bolt around the bases. See what happens here. First pitch to Holt is a rare breaking ball and a nice one as well. So that one hits the zone for strike one. Williams flew out to Sam Moore in right field to end the first inning. He has to redeem himself here in his second at-bat. 0-1. Check swing is a no-go. That one is low for ball one. Don't know where to put him either. Walk would bring in the first run of the game. Well, Black Bears have a chance to break the scoreless tie and maybe more. 1-1. That one's high and away, and it's ball 2. Well, Williams only has 1 walk this season, 15 strikeouts, so does swing and miss a lot, as does Martin Serrano, but able to get the job done. 15 hits, 254. 2-1 is an inside strike 2. That would be a big out number 1, especially with Serrano coming up. Double play would end things, but Holt Williams trying to, a double play would at least score a run. Time called as Gohagen will come out to the mound to speak some sweet nothings into the ear of Hofarth, and he'll bring along Buckley to try and communicate some things as well. Well, the Black Bears in the cream uniforms today. They're 7-5 in the creams. This is the only uniform in which they are over 500. As mentioned, I talked to Colin Dixon, who makes the uniform decisions for each game. Said we were 1-8 in the orange uniforms. That was about 4 or 5 games ago. We have not worn them since. 2-2 from Hofarth. Is a fly ball into shallow right center field. Under it is Moore. He'll make the grab, and Oram will test the arm. The throw gets away and all the way to the backstop as both runners will advance. Sacrifice fly for Holt Williams as the errant throw advances Barrett to third and Poffenroth to second. Bears have a 1-0 lead. Oh, there's that aggressive base running that we've been talking about from Oram. It was a very shallow fly ball into right field, and Oram's like, yeah, I can make that. And he makes it with ease as the throw got away from the catcher Buckley and allowed both runners to advance an extra 90. Now runners at second and third with 1 out for Martin Serrano. First pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. Serrano 1 for 1. Gonna up his .318 average if he keeps up this mark. Has it hit in 4 straight games now. Only has 5 RBIs, so could up that count here as well. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Serrano does strike out a lot, though. 14 strikeouts. He has a strikeout in his last 2 games. 4 of his last 5. Struck out twice yesterday against the Berries. Oh, the 0-2. That one's low and away. And it's 1-2. Luke Kovac on deck. Both him and Serrano led off the second with back-to-back singles, but neither of them advanced to third, let alone scored. But the Black Bears score here, and they have a 1-0 lead. 1-2 is fouled away. And it is going to remain at 1-2. So the Yakima Valley Pippins are 13-35, and it was 10-35 before their sweep of the Springfield Drifters. The Drifters not having a good time. Like the Sweets. The Sweets have lost 7 straight games. 1-2, another breaking ball will get into the Black Bears dugout. Springfield's lost 4 straight. The Black Bears have lost 5 straight. The Sweets have lost 7 straight. And when they're in a playoff push, that's not what you really want to accomplish. Meanwhile, the Knights have won 6 straight. Marion's won 7. So they're making it count when it matters. That's a high fastball, and it's 2-2. Pippins on a 3-game winning streak. First sweep of the season for them. So, good job, Yakima. Taking care of business against Springfield at home. 2-2. Fouls one back, and it will remain evened up at 2 apiece. The sun is very shiny right now. So, camera angle, it's looking a bit glary, but hopefully once it gets into the trees, it'll look a little bit better. It's in everybody's face, so that's the payoff, and it's got to be in your face too. 2-2. Just low and away, and it's 3-2. Walk would load the bases for Kovac. Only 1 walk. That came for Liam Barrett. Now 15 walks compared to 5 strikeouts for Hofarth. Payoff. There's a fly ball into left field. Samayoa will make the grab. And no advance at third from Barrett. As that is out number 2. That one was not far enough to warrant a tag from Barrett at third, and there's 2 outs. No big second out for Hofarth. He has given up the run, but has a chance to get out with only 1, as Luke Kovac will see if he can bring in a couple more. Give them a little bit more of a comfortable lead, as that is high for ball 1. Kovac, 1 for 1 so far today. That one will get away from Buckley, and Liam Barrett will come in to score. Wild pitch from Hofarth, advances Poff to third. Liam Barrett comes in to score, and it's 2-0 Bears. Well, we did end up getting a run out of it at least. Not from Serrano, but a wild pitch will do just as well, as the Black Bears are up 2. 2-0 right down the middle for strike 1. Well, Hofarth, his last outing came against the Marion Berries. Pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, only 2 earned, 5 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Check swing foul over to Sable in the on-deck circle, and it's 2-2. Hasn't been pitching the best against the Berries. He pitched against them on July the 3rd. Pitched 1 2/3, gave up 7 earned runs and walked 5. Earned the loss there. That's his only decision this season. He's 0-1. 2-2. High fly ball on the infield. Go Hagen calling everybody off, and he will make the grab. for out number 3. But the Black Bears strike first, and they get 2. After the sac fly from Poffenroth, a wild pitch scores Liam Barrett, and Cowlitz has a 2-0 lead as we head to the top of the 4th inning.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200. Weather Guard.
They're getting serious. I hope you guys can see their faces. They're full on straight facing it. I think he's holding his breath. That's the challenge. Okay. Okay. Last one.
All right, it's
Last
over
one.
now.
Go.
Here we go. Here we go.
And one more.
Well, this is a bit of a PSA, and this goes for both the Black Bears and Pippins fans that are watching on the live stream. But first, shout out to everybody watching. Really appreciate it. But the game the game Sunday will be at 6:05 p.m. I know on certain scheduling and everything else that it says it's gonna be at 1:05, and it's usually at 1:05 on a Sunday. But because it is the last game here for the Bears at David Story Field, they moved it back to 6:05 first pitch. So if you tune in at 1:05 looking for a ball game, you're gonna have to wait 5 hours. So I'm saving you for some embarrassment, is all. 6:05, game 3. Black Bears up 2-0. Scored 2 in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch from Fawcett is outside for ball 1. Fawcett's been throwing 3 scoreless. He's been doing pretty good so far. It'll be Buckley, Luna, and Moore. Top 3. Now the 1-0. That is a fly ball off the netting in foul ground. And it's 1-1. So Ethan Buckley, as mentioned, one of the guys that's been here a while. He was with the West Coast League last season with both the Springfield Drifters and the Wenatchee Apple Sox. That one's low. It gets past Serrano, and it's 2-1. Only played 2 games with Wenatchee. Didn't play against Cowlitz there. Went 1 for 5, but played 14 with Springfield. And ended up going 3 for 6 against the Black Bears in 3 games last season. 3 doubles. Ripped over to first, and a nice catch from Sable. Good old liner, and Sable was positioned perfectly. He makes the grab, and that is out number 1. Greg Luna now ready to go. Second at bat, he had a check swing chopper back to Fawcett, and that one ended the first inning. First pitch a bit high and inside for ball 1. Luna, 21 years old, from Moreno Valley, California. Went to Moreno Valley High School. Hit .398 his senior season in 33 games. First team all-conference selection, and made it a CIF regional. Breaking ball misses high, and it's 2-0. .352 in his junior season. Played very well at Moreno Valley. Ended up going to Mount San Jacinto for 2 seasons before CSU San Bernardino. Fastball outside, and it's 3-0. Well, Fawcett already has 2 walks today. 1 to Buckley, 1 to Samayoa. Now the 3-0 from Fawcett, looking to avoid his 16th walk of the season. So that is called strike 1. He only walked 2 guys in his last outing against Bend, but was prone to hitting guys. He hit a lot of Bend Elks, and they weren't happy about that one. Sliding grab over at second by Castleberry. Throw on his knees to first in time. Branson Castleberry, some good defense over at second base. And the first two are retired in the top of the fourth. Sam Moore is 0 for 1 today, grounded out to Orem at short to start the second inning. He's 0 for 1 today, so. And the first pitch from Fawcett, a bit inside, almost hits him. And he gets out of the way of it, and it's 1-0. Well, Moore from Spokane went to Meade High School, hit .317 in his senior year. Another grounder over to Orem from Moore. His throw to first on a hop, and it eats up Sable, but he makes the play. Somehow, Jared Sable was able to keep his foot on the bag and keep control of the ball, even though looked like from the reaction it hit him on the face. But he's okay, and a couple of good plays over at first by Sable. He's been busy over there at first. 1-2-3 inning for Cam Fawcett. As we head to the bottom of the fourth inning, Black Bears have a 2-0 lead.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Well, tomorrow, Saturday, August the 2nd, is a Corby bobblehead giveaway. Head to the ballpark early and be a part of the first 500 fans through the gates to pick up your one-of-a-kind collectible presented by Dick Hanna Toyota. It will also be Fan Appreciation Night. Wrap up our historic 15th season with a fun night of giveaways every inning from our generous sponsors. Stop by the merch booth and enter your name into the drawing, and you could go home a winner. Corby bobblehead. It's our only bobblehead giveaway of the season, and you don't want to miss it. We got 500 of them. So if you come early, you're guaranteed to get one. Black Bears up 2-0, bottom four. First pitch to Sable from Hofarth is outside for ball one. Well, Jarrett Sable is 0 for 1 so far today. Flew out to Samayoa in left field. That one's outside. Another fastball, and it's 2-0. Well, Sable and Cam Fawcett getting to know each other very well since they're both going to be at USC. Fawcett getting the start today. 2-0, a fly ball into foul territory. Playable for Hogan as he makes a run for it, and he gets it dropped right behind him. Oh, it seemed like Hogan had that one. He leapt up and tried to reach out and grab it, but it just, I guess he just misplayed it over at third base. And Sable gets very lucky, gets out of that. Still ready for his at-bat. It's 2-1 now. Two-one. It's called strike two on the outside edge. Well, Sable didn't have the best series against the Berries. 1-for-7. That one hit did drive in a run. It was two walks as well. That is ripped into right field, but he got out in front of it as it goes foul. I get a little behind that, and it goes over the Bud Clary sign in right field. But unfortunately, it's 2-2. Two. Fouls one off to the left this time. It'll get out of play. Oh, the Pippins, that's 18-17 game. That was a 4-game stretch, the end of a 4-game stretch in which the Pippins gave up 13 runs or more. Grounder to first, it'll be Varney who will tag the bag. And that is out number 1. That'll bring up J.R. Starr and then Branson Castleberry. All 3 of the guys in the bottom of the order in their first at-bats all flew out. Starr flew out to Hogan at third base. First pitch to Starr is a high strike 1. Another high strike zone. You know, we're getting used to it now. We'll see Lance Craig behind the plate in game 2 with Richardson back there in game 3. Breaking ball swung on and missed for strike 2. Well, yesterday, Connor Batzer pitched for the Pippins. That's a grounder up the middle. Ranging is Gohagen. His throw is way offline as J.R. Starr will make it, most likely get called an infield single. And it will. J.R. Starr, he's 1 for 2 on the day. Has a hit now in all 4 games he's played this season for the Black Bears. So, well, J.R. Starr, good pickup. These Nighthawks, man, these Nighthawks have been surprisingly very well. Which makes me think what went wrong to make them 1-15 on the season. Harrison Hofar's day is done. We'll see a new arm. They'll face off against Castleberry with a man on first and Starr and 1 out.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Hey, Black Bear fans, head over to the merch tent on the third base side and get your Black Bear gears before it's too late. Right now, all merchandise at the Black Bear merch tent is 50% off. You heard me right. All merchandise is 50% off. Here's a bonus. If you spend $50 or more on a single purchase, you're going to get a free 2025 beer bag. Don't miss out on this chance to save big and stock up on fan favorites tonight. New pitcher for the Pippins, number 23, Quinn Stewart.
Well, the new pitcher into the game for the Pippins is going to be Quinn Stewart. Got a righty coming into the game. He is another Yote from CSU San Bernardino. As mentioned, there's a lot of them on the Pippins. He has a 9.34 ERA and 8 2/3 innings. This is his 8th game. Actually started his last game. It was his only start of the year. Versus Springfield on July the 29th. Pitched 3 innings, gave up 2 runs, 5 hits, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. But other than that, his other 6 games came out of the bullpen as it is today. Most innings before that was 2. That came in his first appearance against Springfield on July the 10th. Gave up a run, 3 hits, 1 walk, no strikeouts. He only has 4 Ks on the season compared to 11 walks, and mostly the reason why he has given up 9 earned runs in 8 1/3. Either way, he'll face off against Branson Castleberry with J.R. Starr on first base after his infield single. If Starr scores, it will be Hofar's 3rd earned run. Running on the first pitch, and he'll get in there without a throw. J.R. Starr is now 2 for 2 on stolen bases, as Buckley didn't even attempt to throw to second. He just let J.R. Starr take it. He's in a scoring position now. Branson Castleberry flew out to left field in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. That's high, and it's 2-0. Well, Stewart Fastball, slider, changeup, mostly a 3-pitch mix. Doesn't throw the fastball as much as Hofarth, but still throws it 75% of the time. There's one, and it's 3-0. Wonder if the Pippins are not really used to pitching on turf. I remember Yakima County Stadium being just straight dirt and grass, not turf. So maybe that might be why they're kind of moving weird around the mound. 3-0 is called strike one. Fastball 87 to 88, has some very good run on it. And then the slider 76 to 78. Spin rate at around 2,200 for those that care about spin rate. Change up 3% of the time, so it doesn't really throw it too much. 3-1 to Castleberry is going to miss for ball 4. So a walk to the first hitter that Quinn Stewart sees. So that is now the second walk for Pippins pitching. Top of the lineup, Braden Oram now ready to go. Oram is 1 for 2, hit a single in his last at-bat in the third, came around to score. Both runners are going to go as they will both get in there safely. How about a double steal, huh? This is a brand new Black Bears squad. They just keep on running. 16th in the league in stolen bases. 46 now up to 49. They're up 50. They got 4. Inside, and it's 2-0. Well, the Black Bears' record for stolen bases in a game is 4, and they've already tied it. It's only the 4th inning. 2-0 from Stewart. Into center field and caught out there by Anderson. Tagging from third is Starr, as the throw will not even make it to Buckley. Sacrifice fly for Braden Oram, and the Black Bears have taken a 3-0 lead. J.R. Starr, very good base running, gets him all the way to third, and Oram just needed a fly out to center to get his RBI. That'll bring up Liam Barrett with Castleberry still on second base. 2 outs, though. Barrett 1 for 1, singled in the first, walked in the third, came around to score. Black Bears are cruising right now, 3-0. First pitch from Stewart outside for ball 1. Oh, Quinn Stewart, CSU San Bernardino. He played 1 game. That was against Central Washington on Valentine's Day. Pitched an inning, gave up a hit, 2 runs, no earned. He's technically finished with a 0 ERA this season. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Really has not played too much in his collegiate career. 1-0 is low for ball 2. Stuart Hawaii Hilo last season only pitched in 1 game there. He pitched a third of an inning on February 10th against Hawaii Pacific. I bet being in Hawaii Hilo was kind of cool, though. Just going there for school. 2-0. Roped into center field, but right at Anderson. 4 out, number 3. Well, a good barrel from Liam Barrett, but unfortunately right at Anderson. But the Black Bears do bring a run in. Sacrifice fly from Braden Oram brings in J.R. Starr after some good base running. We head to the top of the 5th inning. The Black Bears have a 3-0 lead.
Hey there, everyone. It's me, the voice of summer. And I'm here to talk to you about the Seize the Debit Summer Sweepstakes by Fiber Federal Credit Union. It's good, clean fun in the sun where some lucky member could win bigger than a giant wave off Maui. So roll out the blanket, put some surf tunes on, and use your Fiber debit card to catch your share of our $9,000 plus prize wave. Every time you use your Fiber debit card for a purchase of $5 or more, you'll be entered into our Seize the Debit Summer Sweepstakes. Like the sea, you know, with water and swimsuits. 3 Fiber family members each week will win $100, and 1 member will win the $5,000 grand prize October 1st. Whew, I'm getting dizzy just thinking about all the cha-chaing I can do with that moolah. Visit fibercu.com/sweepstakes for the official rules, and cowabunga if you must. Fiber Federal Credit Union. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union. Odds of winning depend on number of entries received. No purchase necessary to win. Federally insured by NCUA.
First pitch is 6:05 p.m. Games will open at 5:35 p.m. Let's finish strong together with the Black Bears.
Ethan Hogan leads off in the top of the 5th inning. Cam Fawcett having one of his best outings of the season. Saving the best for last as he is now gone 4 scoreless. First pitch is low and inside for ball 1. Well, this is already the longest Fawcett has gone in a game. Of course, he was in the bullpen for a little bit, but his 2 starts against Bend, he went 2 1/3 and 3 1/3. So this is the first time going more than 3 1/3, and he's gone 4 already. And he's still out there looking to throw 5. Saving some pitching for the future. 1-1 is low in the turf for ball 2. He's only given up 2 hits. 2 hits. Dylan Anderson's double. He didn't end up scoring after the good play by Orem. After the stolen base attempt, the Jack Varney single. Only 2 he's given up. That swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. Hogan 0 for 1, grounded out to second base. Castleberry swung on and missed, strike 3. Strikeout number 3 for Cam Fawcett as he gets Hogan swinging. That is out number 1 in the 5th. Cam Fawcett having a great day. Only getting better. I'll bring up Dustin Doherty. First pitch is a check swing, no-go, according to Lance Kreck. And seemed as though he was able to hold up on it. 1-0 now. Doherty from Beaverton, Oregon, standing at 6 feet tall. Hit 178 his senior season at Jesuit High School. That's a foul off to the right side. Into the bullpen. That's 1-1. And Doherty, this is his 4th game. He does have a hit in each of his first 3, though. Only 1. And make that 4 as he hits one into center field. And he's got himself a base hit. So Dustin Doherty now has a hit in his first 4 games this season, as that's the 3rd hit of the day for the Pippins, and it'll bring up Brody Gohagen. Gohagen redshirted this season for Shoreline Community College as a redshirt freshman, but is currently in the portal looking for a 4-year school. Throw back to first, not in time. Gohagen hitting at a 286. This is only his 3rd game. He did ground out to 3rd in his first at-bat today. Gohagen, 286, 2 for 7. Bunts one back to the screen, and it's 0-1. Does have a double, 2 RBIs, a hit in his first 2 games. So has a chance to get a hit in all 3 games this season if he does get one through any of the holes in the infield. 0-1. How's one back to the screen, and it's 0-2. No, Gohagen earlier this season was with the Redmond Dudes of the Pacific Empire League. He played 3 West Coast League non-league games this season. One against Wenatchee. He went 2 for 3, but then 2 against Nanaimo, in which he went a combined 1 for 5. Grounder to 3rd, and Luke Kovac will let it roll foul. Smart play from Kovac. If he had caught that in fair territory, he probably would not have a play at first. Gohagen will have to head back to the plate and face another 0-2. Well, the Redmond Dudes, very cool name. I can't lie, I very much like the Dudes. That is a fly ball into left field, but we got a guy there. J.R. Starr will make the catch, and that's out number 2. Dylan Anderson up for his third at-bat as the lineup flips over again. Going through the third time is Fawcett. Anderson hit a double, a ground rule double, in his first at-bat. Dan Spencer will come out and maybe have a chat, maybe bring in another guy. We'll have to see. Nobody warming, so it looks like it will just be a normal mound visit. Nobody warming in either bullpen. How many? Hold on. There are only 2 guys in the Yakima Valley bullpen. Where are all the Pippins? Where'd they go? Where'd they go? There's only 2 guys back there. Black Bears, it looked like they have around 7, 8 guys back there. They're throwing a football around. I see Sherwood tossing the pigskin right now as we speak. But there's just 2 guys in the Pippins bullpen right now. They're just kind of doing their own thing. And now it looks like Koshi Arai is coming out of the bullpen. So it's literally just 1 dude in the Pippins bullpen. He's just sitting there by himself. Somebody's got to go over there, man. He can't just be there by himself. He's going to get lonely. Well, either way, mound visit's over. Fawcett is still in the game, and he'll face off against Anderson with 2 outs. His first pitch is a fastball. Outside corner called strike 1. Anderson doubled over into the dugout, or the bullpen of the Bears. He fouls one off, and it's 0-2. So maybe that mound visit unlocked something in Fawcett and will allow him to get out number 3 here. Have him go through 5 shutouts. Continue his very dominant outing. 0-2. That one will hit Anderson on the knee area. One just gets a little bit inside, and we'll see what happens here. Still nobody warming. It looks like this will be Fawcett's inning unless things go crazy. We'll have to get Zach Samayoa. Samayoa is 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out back to Fawcett in his first at-bat. Swung on and missed at the first offering, and it's 0-1. Well, Jack Varney on deck. He has a base hit. A lot of base runners so far for the Pippins, but just have not been able to bring any of them across. 0-1. That is over the leap of Orem and into left center field. Here comes the throw from Barrett to home, and they nail him at the plate. What a throw from Liam Barrett in center field. Absolute hose from Liam Barrett is able to nail Dustin Doherty at the plate. And that is out number 3. Crazy throw on a hop right to Serrano. And it was in time for out number 3. And Fawcett continues his scoreless start. We're halfway home here at David Story Field. Black Bears have a 3-0 lead.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do, bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
bottom of the 5th inning. What a crazy turn of events. Liam Barrett, an absolute missile to the plate on a hop to Serrano. And Serrano barely had to move and beat him by about 2 steps. And just all around some good baseball being played from the Black Bears in game 1. Gavin Poffenroth leads it off. Quinn Stewart is back out there. It'll be Poff, Holt, and Martin Serrano, the top 3 in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch from Stewart is called strike 1. Fastball hits the outside edge. Well, Quinn's first name is Harry. Quinn, I'm pretty sure, is his middle name. Wants to concentrate in supply chain management in college. Wants to be a baseball GM. So if this whole baseball thing doesn't work out, maybe Quinn Stewart will be making trades for a team near you in the future. 1-1. Bit inside. That was a rare breaking ball from Stewart, and it's 2-1. Stewart from Fontana, California, went to Summit High School, and not the Summit that's here, the one that's in Fontana. 3.71 ERA and 54 2/3 his senior year. That one's low, and it's 3-1 to Poffenroth. 3-time All-League selection, 2-time All-CIF. Played basketball, also played flag football in high school. I wish flag football was a high school sport when I was in high school. That would have been fun. That one's low, and it's ball 4 as Poffenroth will take the walk. Call him Poffen Walk as he heads to first. Well, Poffenroth does walk a lot, as does Liam Barrett. That is his 24th of the season. Of course, Poffenroth has played like double the games that Liam Barrett has, so I think Liam Barrett's is a little more impressive. Either way, Poffenroth is the all-star, so they each got their own pros. Holt Williams will step up for his 3rd at-bat. For a throw back to first, not in time. Williams flew out to right in his first at-bat, but hit a sac fly in the 3rd. Another throw over, not in time. Williams from Camas, Washington, went to Camas High School, Northwest Nazarene this season. Team that made the D2 World Series. He only played 16 games, though. That is way high. Went over Holt Williams' head, and he's 6'4". That tells you how high that pitch was. And it's 1-0. Wind still blowing left to right. The usual here at David Story Field. That one is right down the middle for strike 1. Sun is going down slowly but surely. I feel like this has been a pretty slow one considering it's 3-0. Could just be me though. 1-1, runner goes as that's a grounder and past the dive of Gohagen into left field. Trying to go first or third is Poffenroth, and some great base running advances him another base. Poffenroth was already running towards second. It was a slow enough grounder. He just decides, oh, I'll go to third. And now in a prime spot to score a 4th run for the Bears, as that'll bring up Martin Serrano. Serrano, 5 RBIs this season, has a base hit already. 1 for 2, got a single in the 2nd, flew out to left in the 3rd. Chance of driving a run here with the bases. That is a fly ball into deep left field. Samayoya will slide, but it'll get out of play, and it's 0-1. Runners at the corners. Holt Williams doesn't steal, so most likely will not try to take the extra base, but we'll see. You never know. This has been a team that already has 4 stolen bases on the day. They're a brand new team. They're doing stuff that the old Bears would never dare to do. And it has them up 3, so it's got to be working. 0-1. Low and away, and it's 1-1. Serrano talking about his teammates with the Marion Berries. He hit that home run in game 1, and he said his teammates were laughing at him as he was rounding the bases. It's kind of funny. He only got 1 hit with Marion in 6 games, and he got 5 against them in 3. Outside, and it's 2-1. Serrano got to see a lot of his Oregon State teammates. Bryce Hubbard, Paul Vasquez. 2-1 is called ball 3. That looked to be strike 2. But it is 3-1. Walk would load the bases with nobody out for Luke Kovac. Here's the pitch. Another one flied away, and it's a full count. So Poffenroth, the walk. Holt Williams, the single. Advanced Poff to third. He's already advanced to third before in the 3rd inning, but didn't end up scoring. Could do so here with nobody out. Serrano has got to get something going. Extend this lead, Serrano. That is called strike 3, and Martin does not like that call. That is the 2nd strikeout of the day for Pippins pitching. And the first strikeout since the leadoff man in the 1st inning, Braden Oram. So not a lot of Ks for Pippins pitching. Only 3 walks. There's a lot of hits. 7 of them for the Black Bears. Throw back to first is not in time, but it was close. Luke Kovac. 1 for 2 today. And the last thing he wants to do here is ground into a double play. Double play position for the middle infield with Holt on first. Bunt showed. He pulls it back, but it's called strike 1. Well, even if they don't score in this inning, they still have a decently comfortable lead, and with how Fawcett's pitching, even more comfortable. Throw back again is not in time. Very concerned about Holt Williams, even though he has not even attempted a stolen base this season. Oh, 1. Bunt showed again. He gets it back to the screen. It's 0-2, and we will most likely not see it happen again. So 1 out. Kovac has a chance. There's a big hole in between the 5-5 spot between 2nd and 3rd. Gets one over there. Scores Poff. 4-0 game. How about that? That one's low. Good block from Buckley as Poffenroth does not advance. 1-2 now with 1 out. Serrano struck out looking. Stewart trying to get out of this scoreless after having 1st and 3rd with nobody out. 1-2. That's a grounder over to 3rd. No play at 2nd. His throw on to 1st, though, is dug up at 1st by Varney, and that's out number 2 as Holt Williams advances to 2nd base. Well, now it's up to Sable to try and get these runs in. Sable 0 for 2 today, has a fly out to left field, a ground out to 1st base. He is due, one would say, for a base hit. We'll see if he gets one here. First pitch from Stewart. A little bit low, and it's 1-0. Well, Sable. Well, with the last series here at David Story Field, the brother of Jarrett, Stefan, played in the 2010 season for the Black Bears, their first. Everything's coming full circle. That's a grounder over to 3rd and past the dive of Hogan into left field. Poffenroth will come in to score, and hey, what did I say? He's due, and he gets a base hit, brings in a run, and it's 4-0 Black Bears. Oh, Sable's been playing some good defense over at 1st, and now offensively he brings in a run, and that will bring out a mound visit between everybody on the infield as well as Buckley. Let's do a check on how many guys are in the Pippins bullpen. It looks like just 3. It was 1, so that is an upgrade from the last time we saw him. There is nobody warming up in the Black Bears bullpen, though, which means we will most likely see Cam Fawcett for a 6th inning. Black Bears have limited pitching, and we're going to lose a lot of arms. Just being honest, we're going to lose a lot of arms for the Bend series next week, so probably Dan Spencer's plan is to use those arms that are going to be leaving either way in this series. I might not have to if Cam Fawcett's going to pitch the way he's pitching. That's a pop up into foul ground. It will get out of play, though. J.R. Starr is 1 for 2. Had a couple of stolen bases after his single last inning and came in to score on the sac fly from Braden Oram. 0-1. Swung on and missed. Breaking ball gets him to whiff, and it's 0-2. Well, Stewart has given up a run already. Jarrett Sable. He drives in his 13th of the season. Now the 0-2. That's a fly ball into left field. Samayoa is under it, and he will make the grab for out number 3. But the Black Bears score for the 3rd straight inning. They get another run across. They lead it 4-0 after the RBI single from Jarrett Sable.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
About that time. It is about that time we take a look at the other scores in the West Coast League. Portland Pickles are up 10-4 on the Marion Berries. Both of them have already clinched the postseason, so I guess that game doesn't really matter as much as I thought it did originally. Night Owls are up on the North Paws 5-1 in the 7th. Port Angeles Lefties are beating the Harbor Cats 4-1 in the 7th inning as well. Corvallis is beating the Drifters 9-3. The Drifters are not looking too good in the playoff hunt. Neither are the Sweets, who are down 9-0 against the Raptors in the 5th inning. They're trying to avoid losing their 8th straight game. Of course, we got our game. Black Bears are up 4-0. Bells are up 3-0 on the Apple Sox in the 7th inning. And the Riverhawks are blowing out the Kelowna Falcons 9-0 in the bottom of the 7th. So, good spot for the Bend Elks. They're playing a non-league game, and they're going to gain half a game on both the Drifters and the Sweets after both of them lose. Fawcett, as expected, back out there as he'll face off against Jack Varney to lead off the top of the 6th inning. It'll be Varney, it'll be Buckley, it'll be Luna. That one's outside, and it's 1-1. Varney is 1 for 2 today. Varney was at Westcliff this season. Fly ball into shallow left field. It'll be Oram, it'll be Starr, and Starr will drop it in foul ground. Was it foul? Was it fair? It looks fair. It is fair. So it is a double for Varney, as Starr had it in his grasp, but he dropped it. And apparently was in fair territory. It's a leadoff double for Jack Varney. That was a very interesting play. It is very hard to see the lines out here at David Story Field, but anyway, easy to tell for Richardson at least to call it a fair ball. Now the first pitch to Buckley is called strike one. Buckley 245 this season, has a multi-hit game in back-to-back games. Both of them 2 for 4 yesterday and on Wednesday against the Drifters. Those are the only 2 games he played in the series. That's a foul tip. It gets past Serrano, but it is a foul tip. So head back to second, Varney. You're not fooling anybody. 0-2 now to Buckley. Fawcett get a big out number 1 here with Greg Luna on deck. Fawcett 5 scoreless. 0-2. That's a grounder over to Orem at short, ranging, throwing on the run over to first in time. And that's out number 1. Well, Lance Kreck had to do some tricks to get out of the way of that grounder and might have got Orem a little bit bent out of shape, but he was able to make the play either way. As Varney advances to third, he's now 90 feet away from scoring the first Pippins run of the day. Greg Luna will try to drive him in. That's 13 RBIs on the season, but so far 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. First pitch, fouls one back to the boards, and it's 0-1. Luna, Mount San Jacinto, first 2 seasons, hit .343 in 26 games his freshman year, and then hit .322 in 42 games. Was a second-team all-conference selection in the IEAC, which I'm guessing is the Inland Empire Athletic Conference. A little bit low, and it's 1-1. We'll see a lot of San Bernardino guys. There's somebody warming up in the bullpen for the Pippins. 1-1 is outside. Fawcett really did not like that call. But either way, it's 2-1. Lefty warming up in the bullpen. It is Koshi Arai. Lefty out of Tokyo, Japan. 2-1. That one's low and away, and it's 3-1. And it seems like we've seen a lot of international players in the West Coast League. The Black Bears haven't had too many. I think we've only had one, and that was Jose Carmona Jr. Either way, he was born in Venezuela, but when he came here, he was living in Texas. 3-1 from Fawcett. Looking to avoid his third walk, but he will get it as that one's low and in away. 4-4. Luna reaches first on the base on balls. And Black Bears will now have somebody warming up in the bullpen. And Spencer will call to the bullpen. Well, somebody warming up. Can't really see who it is, but looks like Brady Culp at first glance. It is not Brady Culp. It looks like Wes Strand. Whoever it is, he'll face off against Sam Moore with runners at the corners now and 1 out. As Cam Fawcett, responsible for the runners at first and third, but pitched very well in his start. It is Wes Strand. He'll face off against Sam Moore, trying to get Cam Fawcett a scoreless 5 innings of work.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather Guard.
Dan Spencer has to stop putting Wesley Strand in while there's runners on, because I'm going to make the joke every time. He's going to try and strand him here in the top of the 6th inning. He'll face off against Sam Moore. For now, Cam Fawcett finishes his outing, 5 1/3, 5 hits, no earned runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. There's a runner on third, and if he comes in, that will be earned to Fawcett. But Strand has one out, runner on first, so a double play would get him out of things and keep Fawcett at a scoreless 5 1/3. We'll see what happens here against Sam Moore. He'll face off against a lefty first, or a switch hitter, actually, first. He's batting from the left side. Then Ethan Hogan, if Moore ends up finding his way on. First pitch, swung on and missed. And a big hack for Moore. It's 0-1. Well, Strand has a 7 ERA in 9 innings. He started off pretty well, but gave up 4 runs, 2 earned against Marion in his last outing on July the 29th. Time is called as there is a pitch clock violation on Moore, and that'll make it 0-2. DeGallier at third did not even notice that he wanted the signs relayed back, and it cost him a strike. He fouls one back, well, it would have been 0-2 anyways, as it will remain at 0-2 against Strand. Be a big out number 2 if he's able to get the K. We'll just have to get Hogan. And it would stay at 4-0. Has to complete the job here, though, against Strand, or against Moore. 0-2 from Strand. Grounder down the first base line. It will go foul. Moore 2 groundouts, both of them to Orem. Beats a third groundout to Orem, that could end the inning. So maybe we would want that to happen again. 0-2. But outside. And it is 1-2. Well, Strand from Bixby, Oklahoma. Bixby High School. Went to Labette for 2 seasons. Then Northeastern State last year. And this year Ottawa, Kansas. Teammates with Alex Buchanan. 1-2. Fouls one back. It will remain. Only played 1 game for Ottawa, Kansas. That was on February the 25th against Missouri Valley. 2/3 of an inning, didn't give up a run nor a hit, so kept his ERA at 0 throughout the season. Only pitched 8 innings for Northeastern State last season and gave up 14 earned runs, 15.75 ERA. 1-2, runner goes as that's fouled away off to the left. It's the netting, and it's going to remain at 1-2. Sam Moore staying alive. Well, Ottawa finished 31-20 this season. Started 15-1. Lost both games in the GSAC Conference Tournament and made it to the NAIA opening round. Lost to Shreveport, 59-0 team. But that being said, who didn't lose to Shreveport? Like, seriously. After another throw back to first, it will be another 1-2 from Strand. He kicks and deals. That one is low for ball 2. Well, the Black Bears have a fairly comfortable 4-0 lead, but even with the run at third, if he scores, it wouldn't matter too much. Still want to keep the shutout going. 2-2. Foul tipped off of the glove of Serrano. It will remain at 2-2. Well, the Black Bears only have 1 shutout. That was on July the 24th. July the 24th against the Raptors. It was that 1-0 game that Nico Rosel's walk-off walk in the 10th inning. They won that one. It's kind of crazy that their only shutout was a 10-inning shutout. Another 2-2. Grounder over to first as it's bobbled by Sable. He'll tag the bag at first, and that is out number 2, but the run comes in for Jack Varney as he scores, and it's 4-1. So they are able to get the second out, but the shutout is now no longer a thing that can happen. Only one earned run, though, for Fawcett would still be a very good outing for him. 2 outs, and now Ethan Hogan. So Luna's at second after advancing on the ground out, and that's a bit low called ball 1. The shins area for Ethan Hogan. 238 at Tacoma CC this season. 12 games. That one hits Hogan on the foot, and that is another hit batter for Black Bears pitching. So the Pippins now have 2 on with 2 outs. Luna on second, and now Hogan on first after a breaking ball gets his foot. Dustin Doherty now trying to bring in a second, maybe a third run. Maybe a fourth. He is the tying run technically. Of course, we don't see many home runs here at David Story Field. First pitch is ball 1. Check swing. They're not going to check the swing. No, they won't. It's 1-0. Doherty is 1 for 2, has a single in the 5th inning. Got gunned down at home after a great throw from Liam Barrett. Grounder down the third base line is strike 1. That out at home ended the 5th inning for them. Kept things at 0, but now they have 1 after the RBI groundouts. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. No errors from either side, which has been fairly nice so far. Fouls one back to the right side, and it's 1-2. The Black Bears, as mentioned, 77 errors, they're 6th. Pippins, 103 errors, which is first by a pretty wide margin in the league. So, fairly surprising that they don't have any today. 1-2. Just outside. And it's even up at 2 apiece. Black Bears trying to take game 1. 2 on, though. 2-2. Fly ball into right center field. Barrett and Poffenroth converging. It'll be Poffenroth to make the grab. 4 out, number 3. So Cameron Fawcett's outing is officially over. Only 1 earned run through 5 1/3. Still a very good performance from him, as Strand is able to minimize damage, gives up the run, but otherwise, Black Bears head to the bottom of the 6th inning, still up 3.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Bottom of the 6th inning here at David Story Field, and we have another new pitcher for the Yakima Valley Pippins. And I'm not going to tell you who it is. You're going to have to guess. No, I'm kidding. It's Koshi Arai. Tokyo, Japan, he's from. So it's a long way from home, all the way across the world here to pitch in America, and was with Pierce College, redshirted for them this season. He is 5'6", so definitely not the tallest guy in the West Coast League, but Let's try and minimize damage here. He'll face off against Branson Castleberry, and then the top of the lineup in Orem and Barrett. Outside for ball 1. Well, Arai's last outing was on the 29th against Springfield, pitched 2 1/3, gave up 4 runs, only 2 of them earned, and gave up a hit, a walk, and a strikeout. 7.59 ERA and 21 2/3. This is his 14th game. That is high and away for ball 3. Now the 3-0 to Castleberry is inside for ball 4. So Arai, a 4-pitch walk to lead things off in the bottom of the 6th inning as Castleberry reaches for the second straight time. He now has 2 walks on the day, and that'll bring up Braden Orem. Well, Arai has a fastball 78-80, one of the slower ones we've seen in the West Coast League. Also has a slider curveball with some good spin. Those are kind of like Warren Rose-ish, Kieran Markuson-ish at 67-69 on the speed. First pitch misses for ball 1. So doesn't throw the fastest, but also could have some good spin on his breaking pitches. He's thrown a lot of fastballs, though, so far in his batter and a half. Bunt showed, it'll be dropped down the third base line. No throw on to first, now a throw. It'll get past Varney and all the way to the corner. Rounding third is Castleberry. He'll try to score. Throw to the plate is not in time as Orem will reach third. The first mistake on the defensive side for the Pippins. Allows a run to come in, and Orem reaches third. As it's 5-1 Black Bears, but Orem is seeming to be injured on the play. His helmet flew off, rounding second. But he seems to be in some pain. He was chugging around second, heading to third base, as that error brings in Castleberry and allows Orem to reach third. He's 90 feet away from scoring the 6th run of the day for the Black Bears. They're off to a great start here in the bottom of the 6th. Liam Barrett is now ready to go. So the error allows Orem to reach third, and now the first pitch to Barrett is called strike 1. 5-1, as Orem will stay in the game. He seems to be okay now, as luckily he doesn't have to run too far if it's a base hit. That one will get past Buckley, and Orem trying to be a little bit of a threat on the base pass. He's been a threat. He's been a big threat the past few games, as he just keeps on running. He's already scored once today. He's reached twice, hit a sac fly. He's been a great leadoff man for the Bears. 1-1 fouled away to the left side, and it's 1-2. Barrett's 1 for 2 on the day. He is singled in the first, walked in the third, came around to score, and flew out to center in the 4th. Two hours into this one, give or take, and it's bottom of the 6th, 5-1. That is into right field. Under it is Moore. He'll make the grab. You already know Orem will tag from third. Throw to the plate is not in time. Everybody in the ballpark knew Orem was running, and he's able to make it safely. Sac fly for Liam Barrett, and it's 6-1 Bears. That'll bring up Poffenroth. 1 out now with the bases empty, but 2 runs already in for the Black Bears as they now lead by 5. Gavin Poffenroth now ready to go for his 4th at-bat. He's 1 for 2 as well with a walk, just like Liam Barrett. Good curveball. Bit of a weird swing and miss for Poff, and it's 0-1. So Poff popped out to Varney in foul ground in the first inning. Hit a single in the third, walked in the fifth, came around to score. 0-1. Another slow breaking ball as Poffenroth gets way out in front of that one, and it's 0-2. Well, Koshi is with Pierce College, red shirt. This is his first bit of playing time in America with the Pippins. 0-2 is outside for ball one. Him playing for Pierce gives me a chance to kind of talk about Pierce, because looking at their uniform, they're just like the 1980s Phillies. They got the maroon, they got the throwback P. They're just stealing the Phillies' old uniforms. Like, they look nice, but come on, man. You could at least be somewhat original. Low, and it's 2-2. I think we talked about this in Yakima. Jackson Burtis was on the Pippins, and he was with Pierce. So I talked about that in one of the games in Yakima, but that was also 7 weeks ago. Outside, and it's 3-2, so Arai close to losing Poffenroth after getting him in 0-2. Poffenroth, even though he has 40 hits, he has yet to hit a home run, and he has a good amount of power. 3-2. That is inside for ball four. So Arai loses Poffenroth, and that is another walk for Pippins pitching. Now 4 on the day. First for Arai, and Poffenroth's now on first with 1 out for Holt Williams. Holt Williams, 1 for 2. I feel like everybody's 1 for 2. Sac fly, though, has driven in a run already. Now has 3 RBIs on the season. First pitch grounder into left field for a base hit. Well, Holt Williams has not only driven in a run, he now has 2 hits on the day. So, back-to-back base runners, the walk and the single, and that'll bring up Martin Serrano. Serrano struck out looking in his last at-bat. He's 1 for 3, not 1 for 2. Matter of fact, everybody in the lineup has a base hit except for Branson Castleberry, but Castleberry's also walked twice and scored twice, so even though he doesn't have a hit, he's doing a good job at playing offense. He's playing some good defense, too. First pitch, Serrano showed bunt, but pulled it back, and it was inside for ball 1. Now the 1-0, as Arai looks back to second, now throws. Looping curveball, gets him to swing and miss, and it's 1-1. Well, Serrano with his base hit now has a hit in 4 straight games and 5 out of his last 6. He's been playing very well the past few games for the Bears. Swung on and missed at the fastball, and it's 1-2. Serrano played with the Black Bears last season, 2 games. Now it's 13 this season, so he's getting a lot more playing time with Cowlitz. 1-2 is a bit low, and it's 2-2. Arai didn't seem to like that call too much, but it has been a higher strike zone for Richardson so far today. Gohagen covering over at second. Swung on and missed for strike 3, but both runners will advance. So double steal, 6 stolen bases today, and that's a new season high in a game. Going from 46 to 52. Bunch of speedsters today, huh? That is a strikeout, though. Serrano goes down swinging for the second time, as that'll bring up Luke Kovac. He'll take ball 1. First strikeout for Arai, and the third for Black Bears hitting and Pippins pitching, I guess. Serrano has 2 of them. And Orem has one. Misses again, and it's 2-0. Kovac, even though 6 for 19, has no RBIs yet. Keyword is yet, because he's going to get one here. I trust him. That one's down the middle, and it's 2-1. Kovac so far today, 1 for 3, singled in the second. Flew out to Gohagen at short in the third, and grounded out to Hogan at third in the fifth. 2-1. Very slow curveball. Just misses outside for ball 3. Jarrett Sable on deck. He's just now reaching the on-deck circle. Even though it's 3-1, he could be one pitch away from coming in. The 3-1 is fouled off to the right side. Running after it is Varney, but it'll get out of play. 3-2, 2 outs. Kovac trying to get something going. Join the hit parade. He already does have a hit, but make it double digits or walk. 3-2 from Arai is outside for ball 4. That'll load him up with 2 outs for Jarrett Sable. So the bases are loaded. Jarrett Sable is now up, and he's already got an RBI single today. So how about some more? That's RBI singles only hit, though, of the day. That one's low for ball 1. Nowhere to put him if there's another walk. That would be the the fourth walk of the inning. Now 6 walks for Pippins pitching. 3 in this inning, 1 to Castleberry, 1 to Poff, 1 now to Kovac. That is back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. 1 run will come in. Holt chugging around third, though to the plate is not in time. 2 RBI single for Jarrett Sable. He's now driven in 3, and the Black Bears are blowing it open. It's 8-1. Sable, by the way, nearly killed Koshi Arai. Luckily, he got out of the way, and he's fine. But that was a liner. One heck of a liner, and it brings in 2. 8-1 now as 4 runs have scored in the bottom of the 6th inning. That'll bring up J.R. Starr. He flies one into shallow left field. Gohagen is under it, and he'll make the grab. 4 out, number 3, but few more runs came in. Black Bears doubled their run total from 4 to 8 in 1 inning. Capped off by a 2-run single from Jarrett Sable, his 3rd RBI of the day. As we head to the top of the 7th inning, the Black Bears have a commanding 8-1 lead.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Great job. Good job, Evan. Good job, Evan.
Top of the 7th. Strand is back out there, and he has gone from a 3-run lead to a 7-run lead. He was in the dugout for a while, but is back out there, and I'm sure he's not too sad that he was in the dugout for a while, because his offense put in some work, put in 4 runs, And now starting to get a little out of hand for the Black Bears in game one. Brody Gohagen leads it off, and then the top of the lineup in Anderson and Samayoa. Gohagen fouls one back, and it's 0-1. Gohagen is, the spelling of Gohagen is really interesting. Geoghagan. Sounds like it would be Geoghagen, but the G is silent. Popped up on the infield. It will be Castleberry who will make the grab, and that's out number one. So Castleberry able to squeeze it. That'll bring up Dylan Anderson. Top of the lineup flips over, and it will be Anderson, who is 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Hit a ground rule double all the way in the right field corner. He fouls one away, and it's 0-1. Well, if the score holds, the Black Bears will end their 5-game losing streak, and the Pippins will end their 3-game winning streak. A couple streaks will be over. Thankfully for the Bears, at least. It's called strike 2. Anderson, 51 strikeouts this season after his strikeout in the first. Strikes out a lot, but also has probably been their best bat, the Pippins. That one's outside, and it's 1-2. 46 games. Now 52 for 191. He's gotten a lot of playing time. 1-2, fly ball into left field. J.R. Starr making a run at it as he will make the grab for out number 2. Strand a very easy first 2 outs. And that'll bring up Zek Samoya. Samayoa, 1 for 2 with a walk. Singled in his last at-bat in the 5th inning, but that single ended up getting Dustin Doherty thrown out at home by Liam Barrett. First pitch breaking ball called strike 1. Well, at this rate, might as well see Strand out there for the 8th. Save some pitching, get Strand out there for the 8th, maybe get, who do we have right now? Get Moreno out for the 9th. There, Moreno's been injured. Now it's fouled back, and it's 0-2. Which sucks, because Chris Moreno has been one of the best arms out of the bullpen, and now he missed the Marion series with injury. Said he's feeling a little better, but not sure if we'll see him the rest of the year. Bit unfortunate, really. Those PLU guys were great. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Wesley Strand takes care of business in the top of the 7th inning as he gets a 1-2-3, 2 flyouts and a swinging K. As we head to the 7th inning stretch at David Story Field, the Black Bears have an 8-1 lead.
Hey there, everyone. It's me, the voice of summer. And I'm here to talk to you about the Seize the Debit Summer Sweepstakes by Fiber Federal Credit Union. It's good, clean fun in the sun where some lucky member could win bigger than a giant wave off Maui. So roll out the blanket, put some surf tunes on, and use your Fiber debit card to catch your share of our $9,000 plus prize wave. Every time you use your Fiber debit card for a purchase of $5 or more, you'll be entered into our Seize the Debit Summer Sweepstakes. Like the sea, you know, with water and swimsuits. 3 Fiber family members each week will win $100, and 1 member will win the $5,000 grand prize October 1st. Whew, I'm getting dizzy just thinking about all the cha-chaing I can do with that moolah. Visit fibercu.com/sweepstakes for the official rules, and cowabunga if you must. Fiber Federal Credit Union. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union. Odds of winning depend on number of entries received. No purchase necessary to win. Federally insured by NCUA.
Branson Castleberry leads it off 0-1 against Arai. A very quick 1-2-3 inning for West Strand. Curveball is low for ball one. Castleberry has walked twice already today. Ended up walking against Arai to lead off the 6th inning. 4 runs ended up coming in, and now he's up in a hitter's count, 2-1. Nobody warming up the pen for either side. That is called strike 2. And Castleberry. Fly out to left, 2 walks, scored twice. Check swing is a no-go. Lance Craig says he did not go around, and it's a full count. See if maybe the benches will empty for the Black Bears. That is outside for ball 4, so Branson Castleberry has now walked 3 times today. That is 7 walks for Black Bears, or for Pippins pitching, for Black Bears hitting. 3 of them coming from Castleberry, 2 of them coming from Poffenroth, and then 1 from Liam Barrett and Luke Kovac. You know Liam Barrett always has to get a walk or 2 in there. Just how the world works. Top of the lineup now, Braden Oram. He reached on an error, went all the way to 3rd, brought in Castleberry, but didn't get the RBI for it because it was an error. First pitch down the middle for strike 1. Oram, so far 1 for 3 technically, but has driven in a run, has scored a run, and has hit a single. 0-1. That one's inside. It'll get past Buckley, and taking second is Castleberry. Oh, 1-1 as into scoring position goes Branson. Branson just got here today and has walked 3 times. Very interesting first game for him, but a good game nonetheless. That one's fouled back to the right side, and it is 1-2. Orm has a hit in 3 of his last 4 games with his single in the 3rd inning. Lineup flipping over for the 4th time. 5th at bat for Orem. Swung on and missed, strike 3 as Braden Orem goes down swinging for the 2nd time today. That's the 2nd strikeout for Arai. Overall, the 4th for Pippins pitching, and that will bring up Liam Barrett. Well, Barrett, 1 for 2 today. Has a single, has a walk, fly out to center, then a sac fly. First pitch misses for ball 1. So Barrett, even though he's only gotten 1 hit, has still found a way to be productive offensively. And you just love seeing that from a guy in the 2-hole. Inside, and it's 2-0. Well, with Poffenroth walking twice, Liam Barrett might have to take that crown back, walk twice of his own, and keep that lead in walks in the Black Bears system. Gohagen goes to Arai and has a little chat with him while Doherty ties his shoes. Gotta make sure you don't trip out there on that turf. You know, the turf monster, it definitely does exist, and it will get anybody who is not looking. So, best watch out and best be precautious. 2-0 is outside for ball 3. Castleberry. Decent lead off, a second getting covered there by Gohagen. There is a little movement in the Pippins pen, but no warm-up yet. And a 4-pitch walk for Liam Barrett. He has now walked twice today. And 8 walks for Pippins pitching. As Barrett will reach first. Castleberry on second. 2 on for Poffenroth. Poffenroth has walked twice, as mentioned before. He also has a single and a pop out to Varney at first. That was in the 1st inning, but Everybody having a good offensive day. Combination of hits and walks. That one's inside for ball one. The thing is about the 8 walks, they didn't have any walks in the first 2 innings, so this has all come in the past 5. Also, all the scoring has come in the past 4, so. One's a bit low for ball 2. Holt Williams is on deck. He's got a 2-hit game. 2 singles and a sac fly. He's having a nice day offensively. 2-0. That one is low and away for ball 3. Today's been wild. It's been a wild one offensively for the Bears. 3-0, that one is down the middle for strike 1. A walk will load the bases for Holt Williams. As mentioned already, 2 hits on the day could get the Bears into double digits. 2-1 is skied into left field. Samayoa is under it, and no, it will be the center fielder Anderson who cuts him off and makes the grab for out number 2. Holt Williams now with 2 on and 2 outs. He got 2 hits on the day. Well, the Black Bears since July the 22nd have only scored in double digits twice. They've only scored double digits twice since the All-Star break, in fact. First pitch, called strike 1. They scored 10 in that 16-10 loss against the Bend Elks. That was a wild one. And they scored 13 in the 13-7 win against the Bend Elks. Other than that, they have not scored double digits in a game. It seems as though they only hit well against the Bend Elks, which is good because we're playing them next week. 1-1. That is called strike 2. Fastball hits the inside edge. Koshi can get a scoreless inning here after walking 2. Williams trying to be greedy and get some more RBIs. Can't blame him for that. 1-2 is grounded down the third base line, foul. And they'll remain at 1-2. A runner on second and Castleberry after his third walk. Barrett on first after his second. 1-2. That's a curveball that is blocked by Buckley. Good block from him. Avoids the advancement at second and first. And it's 2-2 now with 2 outs and 2 on. Now the 2-2 from Arai is a chopper over to third as Hogan will catch it in fair ground and tag the bag for out number 3. So the Black Bears don't score in the bottom of the 7th, but still are up 8-1 as we head to the top of the 8th. Bears 6 outs away from winning the season series against the Pippins.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do, bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Hello. It's I don't know where I was going with that. It's the top of the 8th. Wesley Strand is back out there for another inning. He's been pitching well, 1 2/3 scoreless. Black Bears have an 8-1 lead. Strand, if this score holds, would not get the victory, though. It would go to Fawcett. If this score holds, Mr. Fawcett will advance to 2-3 on the season. So Jack Varney leads things off against Strand in the top of the 8th inning. It'll be Varney, Buckley, and Luna, top 3 in the top of the 8th inning. Black Bears need 6 outs for a Game 1 victory. First pitch from Strand is going to miss for ball 1. Varney 2 for 3. Only guy in the lineup with 2 hits. Has a single, has a double, scored the only run. Fouls one back to the screen, and it's 1-1. Varney, West Cliff this season. 358 in 48 games. Had a very good season. West Cliff out of Irvine, California. 1-1 high and away for ball 2. Played with the Harbor Cats last season of Victoria. 2 games, went 0 for 4, and then left, I guess. Was also with Paradise Valley CC in 2024. As that will miss, and it's 3-1. He went 8 for 70 at Paradise Valley in 36 games, so he really upgraded his stats at Westcliff. 358, 53 hits. That is going to miss again for ball 4. So Wesley Strand walks the leadoff man in Varney, as he is now 2 for 3 with a walk. That's only the 4th walk of the day, though, for Black Bears pitching, as that'll bring up Ethan Buckley with 1 on and nobody out. Black Bears induced a lot of double plays against the Berries. Still lost all 3 games, though. Maybe we'll see a DP here. That's a grounder, but it's going to be foul. Well, Buckley, before Gonzaga, was with Lynn Benton last season. Hit 250 in 22 games. Was also with Lynn Benton in 2023. Hit 311 in 19 games. 0-1. A little bit outside, and it's 1-1. Greg Luna on deck. Buckley is 0 for 2 with a walk. 1-1. That is ripped into left field for a base hit. So Ethan Buckley has his first hit of the day, as Varney will advance to second base. And there's 2 on with nobody out for Greg Luna. Black Bears might get somebody warming up quickly here after the first 2 reach. Greg Luna also 0 for 2 with a walk, just like Buckley. And Black Bears are hoping that it doesn't end the same way for Luna as it does with Buckley. They are up 7, but you want to take care of business. Just have a nice tense-free victory. And this is not tense-free. Bunt is dropped down the third base line. Kovac will scoop it up. Throw on a first is going to get past Sable and all the way into right field, as 1 run will come in. Both runners will advance 90 feet, and it is a 8-2 ball game. So it is an error at third by Kovac. Each team now has 1 error. And now it's second and third with nobody out. And even though both of these runners would not really put too much of a dent into the lead, it's just some sloppy defense being played so far, as well as the walk and the single. That'll bring up Sam Moore, though. He's 0 for 3 today. 8-2. Moore's 0 for 3. Did have a ground out that brought in Varney for the first run of the day for Yakima. has a chance to have another ground out that scores a run with a man on third and a man on second with nobody out. The 0-1 now from Strand. There's a fly ball into deep right field. Poffenroth is under it, and he will make the grab. He's going to try and throw to third, but it's not in time. The run will come in, and it's a sac fly for Sam Moore. 8-3 now, as advancing to third is Greg Luna. There's one out, but now another runner on third. Yakima Valley looking to cut the deficit to 4. Ethan Hogan now. He's 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Grounder through the middle and into center field, right between the legs of Strand as a run will come in, and it's 8-4. Well, the Black Bears were down 4 in the bottom of the 9th against the Marion Berries in Game 2. Game tying grand slam by Cody Kashimoto, and then the walk-off 2-run shot by Bryce Hubbard. Definitely don't want a repeat of that, especially when they were up 7 at one point. 8-4 now as Dustin Doherty grounds the first pitch over to Orem. He'll toss to second for 1, but no play at first. They do get the leadoff man, and that's out number 2, as Doherty will reach on the fielder's choice. 3 runs already in here in the top of the 8th. Brody Gohagen. Gohagen 0 for 3. At the bottom of the lineup. First pitch from Strand. Another grounder over to Orem as he'll throw on to first. And that is out number 3. But 3 runs do come in for the Pippins, as they have gone from down 7 to down 4. Still an 8-4 lead for the Black Bears, but could possibly use some insurance in the bottom of the 8th.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
We're getting close to only having 2 games left for the Black Bears in David Story Field. A little bit of a scoreboard update because, my goodness, 17-4, the Pickles are up on the Berries, but that's not really what I want to talk about. The Sweets. Those poor, poor Sweets. Bottom 7. They're losing to the Raptors. Remember last time I said it was 9-0 in the 5th inning. It is now the 7th. 18-0. The Ridgefield Raptors have the lead as they are absolutely torching the Sweets. And they're looking like they're going to lose their 8th straight game. you got to feel for the Sweets. They lost a lot of their guys, including Cadiz, who was probably their best hitter, and he got drafted. So he was. They lost a lot of their all-stars, and it's really taken a toll on their team. Now, losers of 8 straight, as they're not coming back from down 18-0. That's not possible. New pitcher is Oliver Wilday, as he'll throw ball 1 to Serrano. Wilday, one of the few guys from Yakima Valley College. They've been getting a few guys from there. Just over the course of the season, as that's low for ball 2. Wilday, 9 ERA in 10 innings so far this season. Coming out of the bullpen, this is his 8th game. Foul tip from Serrano off the leg of Buckley, and it is 2-1. Last outing for Wilday, he went 1 1/3 against Springfield on the 29th, gave up 3 runs, 2 hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. 67 degrees, getting cold. We're not beating the sun. I don't think we're beating the sun the rest of the season, if we're being honest. Breaking ball is swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. Wilday, Yakima Valley, 3.93 ERA and 18 1/3. 2-2. Low good scoop from Buckley, and it's 3-2. Cutter, fastball, sinker. A little bit of a curveball, 4-pitch mix for Wilday. Not the fastest thrower, 82 to 83 on the fastball, but some good spin on it as well. Throws the cutter mostly, though. Fly ball into left field. Samayoa is under it. In foul ground, and he'll make the grab for out number 1. First man retired in Serrano, and that will bring up Luke Kovac. Serrano now 1 for 5 today, not having the best start to this series after a good Berry series. Kovac takes inside for ball 1. He is 1 for 3 today. Has a single, has a walk. One-0 is low, and it's 2-0. Oh, Wilday from Sammamish, Washington. Love saying Sammamish. Skyline High School, 2.69 ERA in 26 innings his junior season. Ripped down the third base line, and that's a fair ball. That'll get all the way to the corner. Luke Kovac is into second base. He's got his 3rd double of the season. Kovac just keeps on hitting the snot out of the ball. Hit a rocket double yesterday, and as a bit of a liner down the third base line, he's able to get into second. He's got 3 doubles already through 6 games. That'll bring up Sable. Sable's already driven in 3 runs today. Has a man in scoring position again with only 1 out. First pitch is called strike 1. Well, Black Bears could use some insurance, even though they are up 4. Don't want to see what we saw in Marion. 0-1 called strike 2, and Sable going to have to battle here. Knights are up on the Drifters 12-4, so all 3 games that are left are looking like blowouts, except for ours. Not a blowout, but Black Bears are up 4. 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. 3 pitches get Sable down on strikes. And that's the first strikeout for Wilday. 5 strikeouts for Pippins pitching. It's just the 8 walks that have kind of gone in the way of that. J.R. Starr takes strike 1. He's 1 for 4, has a single, ended up scoring after stealing 2 bags, but has 3 flyouts as well. That is low for ball one. Well, tomorrow is game 2 of this series. It's going to be at 6:35. Another reminder, game on Sunday is at 6:05. That's a fly ball into foul ground. Varney making a run for it, heading to the wall, but it will get out of play. And it's 1-2. Will Day 1 strike away from a scoreless bottom of the 8th. And we will most likely see a new pitcher in the top of the 9th. Matter of fact, there's somebody warming up in the bullpen. It is way too far away. I cannot see who that is. We'll see in the next half frame. But for now, 1-2 from Will Day. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Will Day gets him through a scoreless 8th inning. 6 strikeouts now for Pippins pitching as we head to the top of the 9th. The Black Bears find themselves up 4. 3 outs away from a win in game 1.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather Guard. New pitcher for the Black Bears from Skagit Valley College, number 12, Kieran Markinson.
Top of the 9th inning. Kieran Markinson, the new pitcher for the Black Bears, and he's going to look to shut things down in the bottom of the 9th. And he's going to come up against the top 3 in the order. Dylan Anderson, Zach Samayoa, and Jack Varney. Mr. Markinson has been here all season. Shout out to him. He is one of them guys that's been here since day 1. But so far, he has a 4.84 ERA in 26 innings. This is his 15th game through 2 scoreless against the Berries on the 29th in his last outing. Let's have a good, nice little 1-2-3 here to shut things down, huh? How about that? That's a fly ball into right field, and it will be caught by Poffenroth for out number 1. So an easy 1 pitch, 1 out for Markinson to start off the 9th. That will bring up Samayoa. Zachariah, 1 for 3, has a single, has a walk. Has not scored, though, has a strikeout swinging and a ground out back to Fawcett all the way back in the 1st inning. First pitch is called, strike 1. So Strand coming out of the game. He did very good in the bullpen. Didn't give up the 2 runs, but 2 1/3 and kept the lead. Even if it's now 4 instead of 7, it's still a lead, and it will still be a win in 2 outs if we can get this one done. It's 0-2 now to Samayoa. Oh, 2 is just low, and it is 1-2. Grounder over to 3rd. Now it'll be Oram. Long throw on to 1st, and it's going to get past Sable. That was going to be a tough play either way. It will be called an infield single for Samayoa. And he's now got 2 hits. He's 2 for 4 on the day. That makes the hit total for the Pippins up to 8. As Semayoa will reach first. There's one out, and he'll bring up Jack Varney. Was the only guy with 2 hits in the game before the single from Semayoa. He's now got 2. First pitch is called a strike, and it's 0-1 against Varney. He has a single in the first, struck out swinging in the third, doubled and scored in the 6th, then walked and scored in the 8th. 0-1 is into right field, and that's going to be a base hit. Rounding second is Semayoa, and he will make it all the way to third. So Jack Varney has his 3rd hit of the day. He's now 3 for 4 with a walk. He's definitely been the best guy on the offensive side of the ball for the Pippins. Hopefully we don't have a repeat of Marion. That would not necessarily be fun. Ethan Buckley, though, has a single, 1 for 3 with a walk. Lined out to Sable, grounded out to Orem. Double play here would end the game. Runner on third still doesn't matter, but it would make things a bit closer. First pitch is outside for ball 1. That is a scary situation for the Bears. Throw back to first is not in time. He was able to get Dylan Anderson to fly out to right on the first pitch. But since then, 2 straight singles have hindered things a little bit. They're still up 4. But foul tip into the glove, and it's 1-1. 9 hits now for the Pippins. 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. On the other side, Black Bears 8 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. Each team only 1 error. And a couple of squads that do play some sloppy defensive times. Only 1 error from each squad is not too bad. Fly ball into shallow left center field. Let's see who makes the grab. Orem, he will drop it. Throw to second, though, is in time, as they do get an out of it, but a run does come in to score, and it is 8-5. Is that an error? Most likely will be. They do get a run out of it. It also could be a fielder's choice, technically. I think they will call it a fielder's choice. So, because Orem drops it, they still get the out at second. It will be counted as a fielder's choice. No error, no hit, but a run does come in, and it's 8-5. We have a pinch hitter for Greg Luna. It'll be Garen Guler. First pitch is called strike 1. Oh, Guler is also from Yakima Valley College. Redshirt freshman year this season is hitting 125, 3 for 24 now in his 10th game of the season. That one's low, gets a little past Serrano, but not enough to warrant an advancement. So the Black Bears probably would have been in a bigger state of terror if Orem had dropped that and not had gotten the out at second base, but they do get that out, so they're 1 out away from a victory. 1-1. Fly ball will get out of play to the right side. And it is 1-2. Black Bears now 1 strike away from winning game 1. Sam Moore on deck. Greg Luna finishes 0 for 3 with a walk. Reached on an error in the 8th and came around to score. Now the 1-2 from Markuson. Fly ball into shallow right field. Poffenroth, a diving catch! And that'll do it for game 1. An emphatic ending for the Black Bears as they take the first game of the series against the Pippins. They finished with 8 runs on 11 hits with 1 error. On the other side, the Pippins, 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Black Bears move to 17 and 32 and 9 and 16 at home. On the other side, the Yakima Valley Pippins fall to 13 and 36 and are now 4 and 21 on the road. Black Bears take game 1. It was a very good performance from Cam Fawcett as well as Jarrett Sable driving in 3 runs. Pretty much all the offensive guys did well. 11 hits, ended up scoring 8. Everybody in the starting lineup got a hit except for Branson Castleberry, but he also walked 3 times. Everybody was involved, and the Black Bears are able to take game 1. We will see you tomorrow for game 2 of this 3-game series. For everybody here at David Story Field, I'm Evan Patoka. See you tomorrow, and have a good night.
Thank you.